What is up, guys? You got NotTheWorst here, bringing another Black Desert online video, and today we are taking a look at the patch notes for August 19th. We got a lot of things going on, including some class changes that were introduced on the global labs a few weeks ago, already implemented. So let's get in and take a look at what we've got going on. First up, we do have a new event. It is called Summer Gets Twice as Sweet. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one. She's looking pretty sweet, if you ask me. So this one is kind of interesting. So if you still have your season character not graduated yet, I didn't because I was getting those daily boxes along with the item collection increase scroll. Well, if you're in that boat, just like I am, you're in luck because now you're going to get double those. So if you still have your season character and you're doing that daily repeatable quest, the very last one out of the Black Spirit Adventure achievement reward, you're going to get 2 of these. So now you get 2 boxes every day and 2 loot scrolls every day just for completing that daily quest. Really happy about that. I know some people in general will be kind of a little bit upset they decided to early graduate because you won't be getting that, but yay for me, I suppose. Aside from that, we've got starting this Friday, the new Mysteries of Summer. It's called A Tale of Fallen Kingdom 2. So this is back, which means they've decided they have a method to do it properly. So here's what's going to be happening. It kicks off on Friday, and it's kind of going to be a competition between different servers. Okay, if you need Discord server or the live streaming for it, the link is to the patch notes is in the description below, so you can head there, click on these if you want those links for it as well. Essentially, completing this at all is going to give you a special colored in-game title, Vengeance, regular colored in-game title, Vengeance, a gold lion insignia chest. That gold lion insignia chest contains an item that sells for 30 million silver, 100 cron stones, 10 Valk's 10 hards and sharps, 7-day Book of Old Moon and Common Silver Blessing, a 50 stack, and 10 item drop scrolls as well. There is a hidden reward not currently noted for it as well. Now, as far as the global ranking and rewards, depending on what servers, and it does list between South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, Thailand, Southeast Asia, Turkey, MENA, Russia, North America, and Europe. Depending on who completes it first, the first server, the player on the server that completes first, that server is going to get 50% item drop rate on all monsters everywhere. Second place will get 40%, 30% to third, and then all regions that have a player completed at all will get a 20% drop rate bonus. All regions will also be getting a double drop rate on world bosses, including Zarka, Karanda, Nuver, Kudum, Offen, Vel, Garmoth, and Khan as well included. So we're going to get double drop rate on those. Keep in mind, we've still got double drop rate or double spawns for Vel as well going. I don't know if that'll continue through when this event bonuses apply, but you know, we'll see. Heading back on over to the notes, continuing events, we still got the glimmering events, August, yada yada. We got the drill here. The only thing that ended was the unexpected epilogue. So a quick developer's note, this is the red battlefield updates we saw in Global Labs. The red battlefield was previously set up in a way that assigned battlefields to each server. Today's update now changes this into a single combined form. As a result, you'll now be able to enter the red battlefield of your choosing without having to switch servers. This is very nice if you're grinding somewhere and trying to get your stuff done and then want to pop into a red battlefield without swapping servers or waiting on the cooldown. Thanks to this new format, the red battlefield will now be able to have new layouts. There's probably many of you who feel the current map is boring now, so we'll do our best to introduce new layouts as quickly as possible. So it's now called the new Marnie server. You still access it from the escape menu. Same other rules to joining Red Battlefield do apply. Season servers, only update that we have here is that the weekly quest was reduced for most areas from 5,000 kills down to 4,000. This is Sulfur Mine, the impenitent criminals, soldier who cannot go home, For the Forest, Frenzy of Mansions, Training with the Schultz Guard, Revenge against the Basilisk, Sleep Disrupting Centaurs, Shere Khan Necropolis, Preparing to Leave, and Bounty on the Cadres. Those last two are actually down to 4,500 as opposed to 5,000. A couple of issue fixes, nothing super relevant to note there. Mounts as well, just notes MP, WP, and SP recovery when using the skill Roar, which was already in effect. It is just noted. Now we've got the class changes, so let me read the developer's note and then strap on in because we've got an update for every class other than just AP and DP bracket increases as well. So here we go. We've carried out improvements in all our classes. It's a special occasion for us as the update is based on the opinions of adventurers who participated in our focus group testing, and we like to take this opportunity to express our thanks to them. Many of the ideas were deliberated in depth and extensively among our staff to ensure that the following changes would contribute to the overall balance of the game. Today's update focuses on improving each class, especially their performance of certain skills. In order to compensate for the decreasing DP efficiency since the release of Succession, we've revised the damage reduction rate effect per DP range. However, the difficulty of some monster zones may drop too sharply due to this change, may be subject to adjustments. The extra AP effect per AP range has also been raised slightly to go with the new rise in defense efficiency. Furthermore, the base AP of summoned creatures has been set to 100 since the summoner's extra AP did not apply to their damage, making them relatively weaker compared to the summoners they progress in the game. Lastly, to players who are interested in news regarding Awakening related damages, we plan to closely observe the new increase in defense efficiency and further adjust the Awakening skills as base damage based on the collected data after the update. There are still many suggestions from the players that we haven't entirely worked out yet, but we plan to present them through the Global Labs as soon as we develop them. So this was implemented on the Global Labs just 2 weeks ago. It went to the KR servers last week, and we're getting it right away. That doesn't always happen that quickly, but it looks like they really want to get feedback kind of across the board and not just from Global Labs and then into KR servers like normal and see how it works. Kind of makes sense too, because you also have different metas on different servers, at least to some degree. So if you didn't catch the Global Lab patch notes from a few weeks back, we're going to cover these right now. Increase the base AP of summoned objects or the creatures, including the ones that appear during skills, up to 100. So you can see just the base damages of the summoned ones. This is for Sorcerer's Karshan's Protection of Cry of Darkness. We've got base damages now 90, 95, and 100. Tamer's Heilang was increased across the board at 100 at max, of course. Musa's Projection and Black Spirit Projection as well. Kuno Delighted Blast, Sinew Cut, and Assassin's Trail. Witch Primed Blizzard Domain, Toxic Flood, Gore, and Tet. Wizard, also Blizzard Domain, Lava Field Arn, and Marg. Striker Echo Spirit, Mystic Sea Dragon, and Archer's Black Spirit Radiant Explosion. All base damages are now at 100 at max level as well. It does note that for Sorc, the Cry of Darkness damage depends on the Blade of Darkness skill level learned, which obviously makes sense with everything else. Now, raise the damage reduction per DP range by up to 10%. So these are new DP brackets. There's AP ones as well. We'll get to those in just a second. If we take a look here, you can see previously it was at 346 was your max DP bracket, and that would give you a 20% damage reduction increase. That bracket's now been adjusted. It's 341 to 346, so you can actually tap into that 20% a little bit sooner than before. And then moving past that, once you hit 347, you now have a 21% bracket, and this goes up and increases all the way to 401 is now the max DP bracket, giving you 30% damage reduction rate. To also counter that, at least to some degree, although it's much easier to get that DP than this AP, raise the extra AP per range as well. We previously had 309 at the max AP bracket. That 309 to 315 has an extra 200 AP, and now this continues up to 340 AP with an additional 210 AP. So now we've got the individual class changes as well. Again, get ready because there's a lot of them. If you want to read through these for yourself, just want to mention that the link to these patch notes is in the description below, so you can kind of follow along as we go. First up, we have Warrior. Changed Piercing Spear and Absolute Piercing Spear to be usable during cooldown. Changed Instant Grapple to a passive skill, so it'll always be activated when using Takedown after learning Instant Grapple. Reduce Seismic Strike's activation time. For Awakening, change the damage stats of Black Spirit Solar Flare skills so it increases as the skill level rises. The old damage stats of Solar Flare did not increase from the Black Spirit Solar Flare 1. So we can see at level 5 it is 1503 damage at 1, max 3 hits, hit damage 1503 times 10. Changed Head Chase to usable while in main weapon mode, and fixed an issue where the attack speed, cast speed, movement speed reduction effects were not applied after a spend hit of Grave Digging. Succession improved the Prime Enhanced Spirit so it can be activated by pressing Shift E at the end of certain skills. Next up, we have Ranger in its main setup. Increase the duration of Call of the Earth's all accuracy rate effect to 20 seconds. Change the cooldown of Evasive Explosion Shot as follows. At absolute level, it was previously 12 seconds. It is now 9 seconds. Improved Blasting Gust so it can be activated when pressing up, down, right, left, and LMB plus Q in Awakening mode after Ultimate Evasive Shot and Absolute Blasting Gust have been learned. Added a forward guard effect to the beginning of a Razor Wind and Absolute Razor Wind. Added a super armor effect during the spinning part of Blasting Gust. Using Ultimate Descending Current after Descending Current should now be more natural. Riding the Wind will now have a cooldown of 4 seconds and have a super armor effect when not in cooldown. Added a Stamina plus 10 permanent effect to all levels of Spirit Healing, whereas before it was only applied to certain levels of the skill. Reaching the skill's max level will grant an additional Stamina plus 100 effect. Awakening changed Wailing Wind to be usable via Quick Slot. Changed Wailing Wind's knockback effect to be PvE only and added a forward guard. Changed the skill Guardian Sprinting buff to be applied during non-combat and main weapon mode. And in succession, changed Feathers of the Spirit Sprinting buff to also be applied during non-combat mode. Reduced Regeneration's activation time. You can now combo Extreme Charging Wind, Ultimate Charging Wind, or Prime Charging Wind faster after using Prime Regeneration or Prime Nature's Tremble. Added a forward effect to the beginning of Prime Razor Wind. Added a super armor effect to the spinning part of Prime Blasting Gust. Next up we have Sork. We'll start off with the main skills here. Added Shards of Darkness 4, which will allow you to create up to 4 Shards of Darkness. Added Crow Food 2. Reduce the cooldown of Imminent Doom from 30 to 24 seconds. Reduce the cooldown of Bloody Calamity from 40 down to 30 seconds. Added a cooldown for Absolute Crow Flare as well as a floating effect for the hits. Improved Absolute Darkness to be usable via Quick Slot even in Awakening mode. And speaking of Awakening mode, we've got that next. Increase the Fragment of Darkness recovery effect for Soul Harvest to recover 2 per hit with a maximum of 8. Added an increased AP effect to Shadow Leap, which can be accessed by consuming Shards of Darkness. This will consume 10 Shards of Darkness and will give you the Shards of Darkness buffs. Added a super armor effect to the beginning of Nightmare. Added an evasion decrease, all evasion decrease rather, effect to the last hits of Turnback Slash and Black Spirit Turnback Slash. Increase the PvE and PvP damage of the summons of Blade of Darkness 1 through 3 by 30%. Increased number of hits of Flow Cry of Darkness by 1. Succession changed Prime Crow Flare as follows. Removed the effect that recovers Fragments of Darkness 5. Fragments of Darkness will no longer recover on hits, and Stamina will now recover during the skill. Now we've got Zerker up next and in his main set. Change the cooldown of Fearsome Tyrant as follows. At Absolute, it was previously a minute 45. It's now 45 seconds. You can now combo Shake Off after Fearsome Tyrant after learning Shake Off 3 or 4. Change the hotkey for using Fearsome Tyrant while mounted to F. Knockback effect of Raging Thunder and the knockdown effect of 1 and 2 and the knockback effect of 3 and 4. And Absolute will now be PvE only. Weird that they separated those. Added a super armor effect to Raging Thunder and Absolute Raging Thunder and reduced the PvP damage of Absolute Raging Thunder by 11%. Added text to Raging Thunder using after Shake Off or Evasion. Doing the above combo will not activate a super armor effect but a knockdown effect instead. Added a super armor effect to Feral Rage. Fixed the issue where being hit while in the air during Predatory Hunt, Giant Leap, or Black Spirit Giant Leap did not cause you to fall. Changed the super armor effect to Shake Off to the Invincible effect. Holding down LMB and RMB during Frenzy Destroyer will now trigger continuous additional hits. Ire of Beast will now start by turning towards the camera. Fixed an issue where being hit during Lava Piercer slowed you down, and also an issue where your transformation into a beast was canceled during Wrath of Beast. For Awakening Zerker, we've got changed the Flow Earth Dividing to be usable via Quick Slot. Changed the cooldown of Flow Ancient Wave as follows. It was previously 30 seconds. It's now 20 seconds. For Succession, we've got a cooldown change to Prime Fearsome Tyrant. It was previously minute 45. It is now 45 seconds. Prime Beastly Windslash with Beast Form will now start by turning towards the camera. You can now combo Shake Off after Prime Fearsome Tyrant after learning Shake Off 3 or 4. Change the hotkey for using Prime Fearsome Tyrant while mounted to F, and added a super armor effect to Prime Raging Thunder 1 through 3. Now we've got Tamer here. Added details regarding their Halang's effect on skills where the Tamer attacks in tandem with Halang. Their main setup, increase the speed of Jolt Stab, fixed an issue where Absorb Halang did not display the correct cooldown when set to a skill cooldown slot, added a stiffness effect to hits of Command Attack on a Halang summon with Summon Halang 11, improved Halang Upward Claw 1 to 4 to attack in the direction the camera's turn. For their Awakening set, we got a change to Flow Intimidation to be usable via Quick Slot and added a Down Smash effect. It increased Beast Rampage 1 and 1 to 3rd hit PvP damage by 15%. You can now combo Command Attack, Stay, Follow, and Sit faster with other skills. Increase the Black Turtle's attack animation speed for Legendary Beast Dance 1 to 4. Their Succession set fixed the issue where Prime Whiplash wasn't applying the down attack effect on extra hits, added a stiffness effect to hits of Command Attack on Halang summoned with Prime Summon Halang, improved Prime Upward Claw 1 to 4 to attack in the direction the camera's turned to, and changed the effect of Prime Upward Claw's second hit. Next up we have Valkyrie, and for their main set, reduce the cooldown of Ultimate Divine Power from 40 down to 25 seconds. Change Sword of Judgment's 3rd hit to activate Ultimate Sword of Judgment simultaneously. For Awakening, their Deathline Chase was fixed to properly apply the correct damage and CC status effects before comboing Promptness when using the Deathline Chase on cooldown. Change Promptness description before regarding the Deathline Chase. Before LMB after Deathline Chase, it's now LMB after using Deathline Chase forward. Increased animation speed for the Black Spirit Sanctitas de Enslar 1-3 before the actual attack, reduced Sanctitas' activation time, changed Terra Sancta's bound effect to be PvE only, and added a super armor effect to it. For Succession, we've got comboing Righteous Charge after using Succession Shield Chase 1-3 backward or laterally should now be smoother, and changed Prime Divine Power 1-4's critical hit rate effect to be PvE only. Next up, we've got Witch, and jumping straight into their Awakening set. Increase the PvE and PvP damage of Flow Voltaic Tet, Rage Tet, Gore Launch by 10%. Increase the PvE and PvP damage of Flow Gore by 5%. Change the PvE only critical hit rate of the following skills: Flow Voltaic Tet and Rage Tet was increased to 50%, and Gorge Launch was increased to a 100% critical hit rate. Added Flow Magical Evasion. For their Succession setup, we've got an improved Succession Magical Evasion to apply Super Armor effect during the first Magical Evasion. The Prime Meteor Shower Aerial and Focus was improved to immediately activate by pressing the LMB even when using Magical Evasion right after the skills have finished casting. Improved Prime Blizzard Storm to not activate immediately if Magical Evasion is used right before launching the skill. Changed Prime Meteor Shower, Aerial, and Focus to maintain the casting state before firing when using the skills while mounted. Fixed the issue where turning the camera too fast while using Prime Lightning Storm High Voltage or Prime Lightning Storm combo would sometimes not apply to the skill's damage. And changed Prime Elemental Flow as follows. The skill will allow quick combos from one Succession skill to the next upon learning Burning Pulse, Freezing Gate, Luminous Touch, and Magnificent Steps. The Elemental Flow effect will no longer apply a critical hit rate effect to the extra hits activated by Prime Multiple Magic Arrows. Fix the issue where using the Magical Evasion during a Succession skill, then comboing to another skill, then using Magical Evasion again would activate the previous Succession skill instead, and improved Magical Evasion to combo Prime Blizzard Domain or Meteor Shower Focus faster. Now for Wizard, also jumping right into Awakening first, we're going to have some things a little bit similar to Witch, of course, with a few nuances different. Changed Black Spirit, Belied of Destruction, to now apply its bound effect in PvP as well. Removed Aquagel Explosion's all evasion rate effect and added it to Cataclysm. Removed Cataclysm's casting speed increase effects and added it to Belied of Destruction. Increased the PvE and PvP damage of Flow, Arn's Guidance, Arn's Stream, and Fire Breath Marg, also Flow Fire Fist Marg by 10%. Changed the PvE only critical hit rate of the following skills. Arn's Stream and Fire Breath Marg increased to 100%. Fire Fist Marg was increased to 50%. Improved Hellfire to attack in the direction the camera is turned to, and added Flow Magical Evasion for Succession. Improved the teleport to combo Prime Blizzard Domain faster. Now for Musta, their main setup, just one note here. Added a stun effect and critical hit rate plus 50% effect to hits of Black Spirit Dragon Bite. For their Awakening, increase the PvE and PvP damage of the summons of Projection 1-3 and Flow extra credit by 30%. Change the effects of Crosscut when used with the Moose's Soul effect. Previously, we had not during cooldown, it wouldn't consume WP and no super armor. It now consumes WP and super armor effect, and during cooldown remains unchanged, so probably didn't need to be noted that way, but you know, here we go. Succession, we've got improved the Serene Mind effect to apply immediately on hit, and fix the issue where the stun icon was appearing in the description of Prime Gale and Prime Cyclone / effects. Next up, we have Meiwa. For their main setup, changed Backstep / Stiffness effect to be PvE only and added a forward guard to the effect. For Awakening, changed Flow Moonlight Dash's knockdown effect to be PvE only and added a super armor effect. Fixed the issue where using Frost Pillars on cooldown would reduce the skill's attack range. Changed Moonrise stun effect on its first hit to be PvE only and added a super armor effect to the last hit. In Succession, we changed the Prime Stigma to combo faster into other skills, changed the required stamina for Prime Whirlwind Cut from 100 down to 70, changed Prime Whirlwind Cut's skill description to reflect the above change, obviously, and then unified the effect of Prime Blind Thrust skills to be stiffness on hits. Can you imagine if for every single change they also put in a bullet update to let you know that not only did they change the skill, but they also changed the skill's description to reflect the change? Like, kind of a given, but thanks, guys. For Ninja in their main setup, changed Ghost Step to no longer be able to combo into Ghost Greeting. Changed Illusion of Restraints moving backward effect that occurs on successful guard during the skill's hit to only apply when all of the skill's hits have been applied. In their Awakening set, fixed the skill description regarding Vengeful Barrier stun effect to match its actual effect. Before, it was stating stun on good hits PvE only. It now says that same effect but nullified during cooldown as well. Fix the issue where ninja evasion would activate in awakening mode, even when locked. Fix the issue where the ninja would slow down after a hit of murderous intent 1 to 3. Change flow execution and flow mock explosion to be usable via quick slot. Change flow mock explosion to be usable even in main weapon mode. Change the CC status effect applied on hits of flow mock explosion as follows. Before was bound on good hits, it's now a stiffness on good hits. Improved flow, mock explosion, bloodthirst, katana shower, serpent ascension, and vacuum slash to combo more smoothly into other skills. Increase the animation speed of the seamless's first hit. For their succession, fixed an issue where starting a combo wasn't possible at certain moments of Prime Dark Frenzy, and doubled the moving distance of the alert stance that activates automatically when comboing after Prime Smokescreen or Prime Evasive Shuriken Malice. Next up, we've got Kuno, and for their main setup, change the Ghost Step to no longer be able to combo into Ghost Greeting. For Awakening, change the activation speed of Saw Spree of Sonen's second and fourth hits to be faster than before. Pressing W after Flow Block Jump will now automatically switch you to main weapon mode. Change Flow Block Jump stun effect to a stiffness effect that'll be applied when pressing W after using Flow Block Jump, even with the Crimson Eclipse effect active. Change the animation for going from Awakening to main weapon mode while sprinting. Fix the issue where Delighted Blast lunar hits weren't increasing critical hit rate in PvP. Change Dense Macabre Super Armor effect to apply from the beginning to the end of the entire skill. Added a forward guard effect to Lunatic Discus right before the attack begins. Adjusted the collision range with monsters and other players to make moving during Lunar Dash smoother. Changed Lunar Dash 1 to 3's key commands as follows. Before forward RMB, it's now forward RMB and then hold RMB. For succession, added new effects for ninjutsu, Ghost, Soul, and Spirit that'll appear near you. Good old Dark Knight. Here we go. First up, we've got a main change. Change spirit consumption as follows. This is the passive buff in pre-awakening. It was previously max MP plus 150, fairly irrelevant. It's now max MP 150 plus max stamina 300. Fix the issue where Obsidian Ashes and Absolute Obsidian Ashes would not hit if the camera was moved during the skill, even used while mounted. For Awakening, the CC status effect applied on hits of Seed of Catastrophe was changed. It was previously a stiff. It is now back to a floating. Fix the issue where Seed of Catastrophe would not hit if the camera was moved during the skill as well. For Succession, change Prime Pervasive Darkness Stiff effect to be PvE only and added a forward guard effect to its first hit, much like its pre-awakening set. Changed Prime Wind of the Spirit, which is the passive buff, was the max stamina plus 300. It is now a movement speed plus 5% as we got the max stamina on the pre-awakening passive. Fix the issue where Prime Obsidian Ashes would not hit if the camera was moved during the skill, just like the other versions as well. Striker, we added a description regarding Echo Spirit's effect on skills where the Striker attacks in tandem with Echo Spirit. For their main setup, you can now combo Flash Step faster with other skills. Improved Silent Step's invincible effect to last a bit longer during the skill. Improved Flash Step to combo more smoothly into the next Flash Step after consuming Martial Spirit Shards. Added a description about evading backward with Crouching Wolf. For Awakening, increase the damage of Echo Spirit during Awakening skills. Increase the PvE and PvP damage of Echo Spirit by 15%. Fix the issue where Flow Bite-Off's damage was not increasing with the level of Rampaging Predator learned. Fix the issue where Rampaging Predator's critical hit rate effect wasn't being applied to Flow Bite-Off. Change the movement made after using Ferocious Assault, Rampaging Predator, Fallout, or Tornado Kick in Awakening mode, then Hellbreak. Increase the PvE and PvP damage of Echo Spirit during the following skills. Previously, the damage dealt by the Echo Spirit differed by skill, so all Echo Spirits of the following skills will now deal the highest damage previously possible, and that's Skull Crusher, Infernal Destruction, Endless Explosion, and Ultimate Crush. Increase the PvP damage of Hellbreak's Echo Spirit by 35%. Fix the issue where the Landbuster's down attack effect wasn't being applied. Improved Crouching Wolf to evade more quickly backward when pressing down after using the skill in Awakening mode. Fix the issue where inputting the command for Spiral Cannon during Flash Step would activate Fist of True Strength instead. In Succession, we've improved the skills with the Discharge Energy effect to automatically activate the effect during skill use. Therefore, Wolf's Fang will now automatically activate after the Discharge Energy effect. Next up, we got his counterpart, Mystic here. Add a description regarding Sea Dragon's effect on skills where the Mystic attacks in tandem with the Sea Dragon. For their main setup, you can now use elbow edge and combo smoothly while using flash step. Moving backward during main weapon mode, then pressing down L and B will now activate the backward movement of Hidden Claw. Improved Wolf's Frenzy to allow for backward evasion when down is pressed. You can now combo Flash Step faster with other skills. Improved Flash Step to combo more smoothly into the next Flash Step after consuming Martial Spirit Shards. Improved Silent Step's invincible effect to last a bit longer during the skill. Added a description about evading backwards with Crouching Wolf. And you can now combo Flash Step during Wolf's Frenzy. In their Awakening setup, change Tidal Burst and Rapid Stream to require the full command input to be cast after a successful guard while moving backward during Awakening mode. The PvP damage of Dragon's Pit was increased by 10%. Increase the PvE damage of Sea Dragon when consuming Martial Spirit Shards during Rising Dragon by 16%. Increase the PvE and PvP damage of Sea Dragon when consuming Martial Spirit Shards during Sea Burial by 15%. Fix the issue where Flash Step cannot be comboed with Absolute Mass Destruction in main weapon mode. And you can now combo Flash Step during Enhanced Wolf's Frenzy. For their succession set, pressing LMB plus RMB during Prime Hidden Claw or Prime Sweeping Kick will activate Roaring Tiger, while pressing down LMB plus RMB will activate Wave Orb. Change Prime Soul Basher to allow the usage of Flow Blow Drive by pressing down F right before the skill's last hit. You can now combo Flow Mass Destruction after Prime Sea Burial. Improved Prime Wave Orb Fire in the direction the camera's facing when comboed after other skills. Following that, we now have Lawn and their main set. Change Wind Orchid and the Absolute to be usable via Quick Slot. Change the CC status effect applied on Morning Dew. Previously a Bound, it is now Stiffness. Change Morning Dew mid-air hits to be easier to perform. Change the Black Spirit Pendulum Kick to now allow the usage of Phantom Dance after the skill's first hit. Improve Primrose and Ultimate Primrose to combo more smoothly into other skills. And fix the issue where the skill demos of certain Awakening skills had the Crescent Pendulum. Awakening improved Phantom Dance to combo more smoothly into other skills. Change Bridal Despair's stun effect to be PvE only and then added a forward guard to it. Change the CC status on Black Spirit Bridal Despair was previously a stiffness. This is now a stun CC effect. Changed a portion of Eradication's attack animation. Added a new idle animation for Awakening non-combat mode. I guess that's cool. Succession set, reduce the cooldown of Prime Salpuri Purge from 18 down to 16 seconds. Change the Black Spirit Prime Pendulum Kick to allow usage of Prime Phantom Dance after the skill's second hit. Improved Prime Primrose Sprint to now activate during Cymbidium Trail or White Heron when both Prime Primrose Sprint and Ultimate Primrose Sprint are learned. Improved Prime Phantom Dance and Prime Primrose Sprint to combo more smoothly into other skills. Try and say Prime Primrose Sprint 3 times fast. That's pretty wild. Archer, for their main set, we've got Improved Meteor Dive and Absolute Meteor Dive to combo more smoothly into other skills. You can now combo and snare 1 to 3 with Glide. In their Ascension, changed Piercing Light 1 to 3's damage as follows. We can see at 3, it was previously hit damage 1570 times 5. It's now hit damage 1430 times 5, and then 1 charge hit 1570 times 5, 2 charge 1727 times 5, and 3 charge 1884 times 5. For Shy, we have increased the speed of Sprinkle Sparkle's projectiles, reduced the cooldown of Plate Ed from 10 down to 5 seconds, changed Come Out, all DP reduction effect to also apply in PvE, changed Black Spirit's Get Well HP recovery effect from 500 to 700 per second. Using Black Spirit Get Well will now give you an all DP plus 300 effect. Added a forward guard effect to Quick 2. Changed Out of My Way as follows. Improved Florin's Leaf to now be usable as long as there's at least one. Changed the all AP increase effect to grow stronger depending on the number of Florin's Leaf consumed. Increased the movement speed during Come Out. Hop 3 can now be used in talent mode and made the skill effect of Over Here more noticeable. In their talent set, we improved talent skill effects to apply faster when using talent skills in the same instrument consecutively. Made the skill effects of Summer Rain, Sun, Moon, Stars, Time to Shine, Shout to the Sky, Misty Haze, and Delusive Light more noticeable. Fixed the issue where using Hop while in talent mode via Quick Slot would not combo into flow rank skills. Fixed the issue where using Tuck and Roll while playing tunes in talent mode would activate Sprint. Fixed the issue where skill icon was appearing in the description of Sun Fury's effects. And now for the Masterful Guardian. In their main set, improved Juggernaut's combo movements by allowing the immediate switch to guard stance by pressing Q. Increase the movement stance for Blackblood's Descent. Improved Fierce Disdain to allow Sturdy Steps or Frost Slide to be used during the skill. Removed hits from Sturdy Step and changed the skill to allow movement until the end of the skill. Added a forward guard effect, because that's exactly what they need, more protection, to the first hit of Axe Throw and Absolute Axe Throw. Reduced the cooldown of Absolute Savage Hack by 1 second. Fixed the issue where being hit while in the air during Oumua's Objurgation or Absolute version did not cause you to fall. Their Awakening set fixed the issue where Scornful Slash floating effect wasn't being applied to targets hit from a long range. You can now change the direction of Cleansing Flame's attack by turning the camera right up to the moment the attack begins. Changed Searing Fang's bound effect on its first hit to be PvE only and added yet another super armor effect to the first hit. You can now recover faster from using Flow Suppress, improved Frigid Wind to allow for the usage of certain other skills after first hit, changed Frigid Wind to be usable via Quick Slot, fixed the issue where attacking after using Infernal Nemesis would display a graphical effect smaller than the actual range of the attack. For their Succession, reduced the cooldown of Prime Savage Hack by 1 second, improved Juggernaut's combo more smoothly into Prime Infernal Nemesis. Then class is now completed. Next up, we've got noted Hashishin Pre-Creation will be available next week after the August 26th maintenance, and he'll be available to play after the September 2nd maintenance, which will also launch Season 2. For item changes, just a few things here. Change the banner images of some of the following items in Pearl Shop: Skeletal Horse set, Knight's Horse set, Iron Scale Horse set, Darkthorn Horse set as well. Important to note here, decrease the amount of max HP increased for Conquest Wars at Balanos, Serendia, Calphion, Medea, and Valencia from 5,000 to 1,000. Removed the max HP minus 500 effect for conquering a territory consecutively. Reduced the cooldown for reviving during the Conquest War at those same spots. The cooldown reduction effect of recovery centers has not changed. It was before 60 to 120 seconds and now 10 to 60 seconds. Monster changes, we've got a dev note here on it. There's some rumblings of a new fighter at the Pit of the Undying. Hailing from across the seas, the newcomer has traveled to the Pit of the Undying to test his might, and the Crow's guests have been eyeing him with much interest. Calling himself Yolho, he's displayed exceptional prowess in martial arts and has brought many challengers to their knees. So he's been added in to Pit of the Undying. Nothing super incredible there. Next, we have a revamp to the Gatekeepers from specific areas. These were kind of outdated content. At this point, you can now get so we've got, according to Barhan's agents, these gatekeepers, newly reborn from the ritual of blood, have become strong enough to immediately resurrect themselves after being defeated, and defeating the reborn gatekeepers will get you worthy rewards. Upgraded the rewards for defeating field bosses Giant Mudster, Dimtree Spirit, Beg, Rednose, and Katzvariak. Increase the amount current field boss rewards and the chance of attaining them. Field bosses will now drop a certain amount of Ancient Spirit Dust, and they also have a chance of dropping Advice of Valks, or Enchanted Scrolls that can be created into Advice of Valks at plus 20, plus 30, or a plus 40. New rumors of an unusual ancient soul haunting the Shirikon Necropolis. Defeating monsters in the Necropolis will have a low chance of drawing the attention of the Shirikon Ancient Spirit. The Ancient Spirit will follow you, being drawn to the Shirikons you're fighting, and the Ancient Spirit will absorb the soul of the Shirikons that you defeat near it. Once the Ancient Spirit absorbs enough souls, it's going to reveal its final form to you, so Frieza pops out, I think, and the Ancient Spirit also only appears during the day, so the exceptionally annoying nighttime effect of Shirikon Necropolis is unchanged. Faddis update here. We've got supply transport logs of the Faddis have been discovered at Loopy Tree Forest. Adventurers defeating monsters in the Loopy Tree Forest have a low chance of running into Faddis packs guarding supplies scheduled for transport. Defeat the packs guarding the supplies to loot them. We don't have necessarily a note of what these are. I have to assume items that drop in those areas are probably increased from killing those in general. Other than that, no huge updates quest-wise. Interface changes, we know the drill with that stuff, so nothing really to note there. So finally, let's take a look at the Pearl Shop update for this week. First up, we've got Monster Pet Bundle on sale for 2,200 pearls. This is going to get you 3 of the following pets that you're up to your choice: Red Orc, Golem, Tree Spirit, Chimera, Centaurus, Commissylvia Brown Bear, each up to you. These pets are all limited type. If that's not tickling your fancy, we've got the Ghost Fee 2+1 pack at 3,300 pearls. This is going to get, as the name implies, 3 Wizard Ghost Fees to combine with other pets. They do produce a bit higher yield than other pets when increasing tier levels. Next up, we've got Moonlight Memory on sale at 1,218 pearls. This will get you 30 Artisans, 3 Valk's Cry, 30 Cronstone, and a bonus of 5 Moonlit Shards, 5 Memory Fragments, an Enhancement Help Kit 1 and 2 Loot Scrolls. If that's not the one for you, they got a big boy pack here for 3710 pearls. That's going to get you 100 Artisan Memories, 10 Valk's-Cry, 100 Cronstone, 20 Moonlight Shard, 20 Memory Fragment, Enhancement Help Kit 2, and 5 Item Drop Scrolls as well. Just to note, typically 100 Artisans by itself is 4,000 pearls, so they're kind of throwing the whole book at you as far as what else you're getting with that. Now, here's a pretty great deal if you don't have one of these already. It's called a Camp and a Keeper. Interesting. This is going to get you the campsite, which is regularly priced at 4,900 pearls anyhow, so 10 pearls less than that, and you'll get an additional 2 maids of your choice with that, as well as a camping tool for a bonus. Character slot expansion coupon is on sale, down from 600 to 300 pearls, in anticipation of new season servers coming up and Hashashin coming out. It does note that you can have up to 20 character slots. We have a mount skill change coupon on sale. This bundle is a 6+3, so that means you're going to get... That means you're going to get 9 coupons in this package, and you'll also get a bonus of 3 Dreamhorse training surprise to go along with that. Next up, we have 3 different Midsummer Crimson Dragon packs. This depends on what types of passive you want it to have. Resistant to desert disease, auto fishing, hostility detection, etc. It does also include at 3080 pearls, a 30-day value pack, 15-day Book of Old Moon, of course, the newborn Crimson Dragon pet of your choosing, Radiant Adventure box, that's that RNG box that is going to probably give you a few artisans, 5 item drop scrolls, and 5 blessed message scrolls to go along with that. These are just the other sets for different passives. The on-sale costume is one of my favorites. The Dark Knight Stella Premium set is the on-sale one, down to 2720 pearls. So once again, if you're looking to pre-order some costumes to pick up some pearls, this is going to be the one to do. The one previously last week, Gotha Renza for Berserker, is actually still on sale for 1 week as well. They're continuing to do a new one of these each week, running for 2 weeks. So that is it finally for all of the patch notes. Hopefully you're able to get through all of that. Again, there's a link to these in the description below if you want to read through or double check anything else that you want to go through yourself. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like it. Let me know what you guys think about these changes or updates or anything we covered today in the patch notes, or things you'd like me to cover in the future in the comment section down below. I do read those for the most part, all of them, and respond to as much as I possibly can. So feel free to start a conversation. I will reply. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so that you're going to get notifications when new videos like this do go live. And speaking of live, you can catch me playing live on my Twitch page. There's a link in the description down below. You can just head on over there and drop a follow if you want to get notifications for that as well. With that said, that's going to be it for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.